Hello and welcome to the SQL Server Architecture video series. There are three main components in SQL Server Architecture, that is Network Protocol, Database Engine, and SQL OS. In the previous videos, we already discussed Network Protocols and Database Engine components. In this short video, I am going to pointing only the functions of SQL OS. SQL OS works as a layer in between SQL Server Engine and operating system for memory management and CPU process management. The SQL OS was introduced in the SQL Server 2005 version. So this is not an actual operating system. This SQL OS work in between Windows operating system and SQL database engine services. Then functions of SQL OS. First one, thread scheduling. The SQL OS is responsive for scheduling the threads for CPU consumption. Next one is synchronization services. SQL OS is responsible for managing thread synchronization since the SQL Server is the multi-threaded application. Another important one is memory management. SQL OS is managing the memory for the SQL Server database engine. Most of the components of the SQL Server request memory to the SQL OS and it controlling the memory for the each components required. Next, thread management. SQL OS control lazy write process to maintain the free pages in the buffer. This is the primary functions for the buffer management. Last one is deadlock management. SQL OS is also responsible for the monitoring and detecting the deadlock. These are the main functions of the SQL OS. In the SQL Server Architecture video series, we covered the main components of the SQL Server Architecture, that is Network Protocol, Database Engine, and SQL OS. In the Network Protocol, we discussed shared memory, TCP/IP, named pipes. In the Database Engine, we detailedly discussed about the storage engine and the relational engine. Thank you for watching this video series. Please support and subscribe the channel.